This is how I make sales when I sleep. This is not a flex, and it's also not BS. This is for real. My business works for me in the background of my life, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, cranking out sales for me. And it's not because I am somehow a genius, it's just because I've set into motion a very simple process that you can follow to build and grow an online business that makes you money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, it does take time, and you have to do some things right up front, but that's what this video is for. I'm gonna show you by the end of this video exactly how to set things up so that you have an evergreen system that is working in the background for you 24 hours a day. Because once you set this up, your business doesn't stop working even when you do. This is the system that I've used to build my multiple six-figure online business, and it's the exact system that I wish I had had years earlier. By the end of this video, you're gonna have a crystal clear blueprint for an evergreen sales funnel that actually works. Now, the first thing we have to realize is that most people think they have a funnel, but what they really have is a freebie, a few emails, and a dusty sales page that hasn't been visited in a long time. And because of that, they have very few sales. An evergreen funnel is a 24/7 automated system that turns visitors into buyers without you having to launch, go live, or post on social media every day. This is one of the reasons why I was so attracted to this model of business, because I had seen so many people launch and have a massive sales week, and then everything just goes dark for a while. Then they launch again when they need to have more money come in, and then they go dark for a while. And I thought, that seems exhausting. It also seems unpredictable. Is there a way to create predictable, consistent income that you basically know month to month what to expect? The answer to that question is in the evergreen sales funnel. And this is why it completely changed the way that I do business and set me up for success rather than setting me up for feast or famine, which is where a lot of online businesses really struggle. And this is really one of those build this once and then it will serve you for years. It is a set and forget system with tweaks along the way. Okay, so it really comes down to 3 steps. Step 1 is your lead magnet. You need a free, helpful resource that you can offer in exchange for someone's email address. Your lead magnet needs to bridge the gap between your free content and your paid content. It's basically getting someone from watching you on YouTube or reading your tweets or watching you on Instagram or TikTok, from that free content to your email list so that you can then let the evergreen funnel do its thing and offer them your paid products. So the lead magnet is very important, but you shouldn't overthink it. Essentially what you want to do is you want to think about what is it that you're teaching in your free content, and how can people go just another step further with you into your core essential teachings. So a few things that work really well is that if you primarily teach through video in your main free content, offer your lead magnet as a different medium. So for example, most of my lead magnets are PDF guides, checklists, things that are on paper, like PDFs. And the reason why I do this is because it allows people to interact with my teaching in a different way. If they mostly see me on video, I'm offering my lead magnet as something that they can kind of hold in their hands or look at on their screen and read, and then it will help them in a different way than my videos do. All your lead magnet really needs to do is 2 things. Number 1, it needs to have a compelling promise. Essentially, what you call your lead magnet needs to give people a sense of like, yeah, I want that. That sounds great. And it needs to deliver a quick win. In other words, it needs to be something that they can put into practice relatively quickly and see results. If you want to see an example of what a lead magnet looks like, everything from the sales page that it's on to the lead magnet itself, grab my free guide over at lanesebring.com/super simple. This is your free, super simple guide to starting a thriving online business. It's going to lay out the 6 steps that I've used to build my multiple 6-figure business. You're going to see a lot of what we talk about in this video, but it's going to go way more in depth on the things that you need to do to build out your business. Again, it's totally free. It's my gift to you, lanesebring.com/super simple. Pick that up, number 1, because it will help you, and number 2, you will see exactly when I'm talking about lead magnets. Step 2 is your email sequence. Now, this is where the magic happens. This is where someone goes from being someone who just watches your free content to getting your lead magnet to where now they're on your email list, and it takes the baton and runs from there. And essentially what you want to do is set up a sequence of 5 to 7 days where you are delivering on what you said that you would give them. So you're delivering the lead magnet, like, hey, thanks for being on my list. Here's your thing that you signed up for, your free resource, your PDF guide, your checklist, whatever it is. So glad that you came. Here it is. And then the second email and the third email need to be offering them even more value. Like, hey, you came for the free guide. I'm gonna wow you with some even more amazing, free, helpful content. And then on about day 3, you need to pivot to where you're still offering value, but you're starting to pitch the thing that would help them at an even deeper level, like your course. And so you're saying, hey, you watched such and such videos, you got the free guide. I have something that's an even better offer for you to tackle this problem that you have, find this solution. Essentially what you're selling is a system. You're selling an outcome. You're selling a transformation. And so they signed up and got a sheet, the PDF guide, and what you're offering for them to buy is a system, the complete process. And so your email funnel does this from the time they sign in, opt into your lead magnet, all the way through until they purchase. Now, what happens if they don't purchase? Well, no big deal. They're on your email list. They can unsubscribe anytime they want, but most people don't, which means that down the road, when you do offer a new product or do a promotion or do another launch, you then have people on your list who are warm to you, that you've helped, and maybe that's the time that they go ahead and make a purchase. Now, if you're wondering what these emails should have in them, let me give you a simple guide that will help you walk through what to put in each email from day to day. We talked about adding value up front, delivering what you offered them. When you get to the pitch, you want to position the pitch. You want to position your product as the solution to the problem that they came to you to solve. And so let's say, for example, that you help people get the weeds out of their lawn. Like you're a lawn person for people, hobbyists who want to have a perfect lawn. So maybe you have content all about how to treat your lawn. Then you have a lead magnet that's like, here's the 5 things that you need to know about, lawn treatment in the spring. And then you have a course or a masterclass that helps them get the greenest, plushest, best looking lawn on the street. Well, your emails need to have like problem solution. Okay. So the first email that they see, you deliver the lead magnet, then you're kind of helping them with like, here's another tip about how to get a greener lawn, and then here's another tip. And then once you get to the course, you really want to agitate the problem like, hey, if you're coming up against this problem with your lawns, you just can't get rid of crabgrass or you can't get rid of clover weeds or whatever, here is what I have found that works, and I'm going to teach you in my course. And then you need to have a credible success story. This is like your social proof, a testimonial of someone who has taken your course or done your teaching and gotten results. Put that in another email. And then you need to spell out in another email everything that they're getting inside the course and focus on benefits, not features. Benefits are going to be the thing that really drive the sale of the product. Features are like, 5 lessons, 45 minutes long, PDFs, downloadables. Those are features and they're worth mentioning, but what you really want to focus on is the benefit, the transformation. When you take this course, you will in 6 weeks have the greenest lawn, weed-free on your street, and all your neighbors will be jealous, for example. A good rule of thumb is about 5 emails over 5 to 7 days. Step 3 is your sales page. Now, what you need here is when someone is on your email list and they're getting those emails, you are linking to the sales page where they can buy your course or your offer. So the sales page needs to be really honed in. You need to have that sales page dialed in so that people, when they land on it, they're like, oh my gosh, yes, this is something that I want. It's exactly what I need. It looks like there's other people who have used it. They've gotten results. Oh, the problem that's being described on this sales page is exactly what I've, struggled with throughout the years. Like, this is perfect. Oh, and oh my gosh, it's anchored to a price that is very high. And then what they're actually selling the course for is less than that anchored price. All of this is just pure, simple copywriting strategy. And if at this point you're saying, wait a second, how do I do that? What are you talking about with all this copywriting stuff on the sales page? Well, at the end of the video, I'm actually going to link to a video that will help you with your copywriting and your sales page development, but that's coming in just a second. But the thing to focus on right now is that your sales page is what is going to convert them. It's the last step in the process that converts them from an interested person to an income generating customer. Your sales page should focus on one thing, and that is the problem you solve and how your solution can make their life better. All right, so let's talk about how all this works. Let's say that you have a digital course on how to have a productive week. So you make content about how to increase productivity. You have a lead magnet on how people can become more productive in their life, like 5 steps to being more productive in the morning. That leads to an email sequence where you're talking about productivity, you're giving some hacks, giving some helpful pointers on how to become more productive. And then you start to pivot to where you're saying the biggest problem people have with their productivity is this right here. And what I've found is that when this is the problem, this needs to be the solution. And I've packaged this solution into my course, which will show you exactly how to implement this solution, and it will change your life because it will make you more productive and you'll get more done, you'll make more money, be more successful, be more happy. And so click here, that takes them to the sales page. The sales page then delivers the final step in this process where they are convinced that your solution is what they need. This is just happening over and over and over again in the background of your life. That's the magic of this process. So if we go back to the front, your job is to make content that gets people into your system, that just helps people discover who you are, that you're a person who talks about productivity and can help them, and then gets them onto your email list, which does the rest of the work. Now you can see how once you set this system up, you have a really powerful system that can work in the background of your life. Now, if you're like, how do I set all this up? The answer is Kajabi. You need to be on Kajabi. It does all of this. It's a complete all-in-one package. I have a link that will get you 30 days for free, lanesebring.com/Kajabi. You also get 3 exclusive bonuses that come straight from me. You can't get them anywhere else. It's a 30-day free trial plus my bonuses. It will help you get started and teach you how to use the tool. But whether it's Kajabi or some other system, you need a system that can do all this, and it will make your life so much easier as an online business owner so that you can then focus on making really, really good content on the front end and delivering on your offers on the back end, and you will have a business that will last a lifetime. So to recap, you need a lead magnet, you need a email funnel with 5 to 7 emails over 5 to 7 days, and you need a sales page that converts. Now, I mentioned that I'm going to show you exactly how to build out a sales page, what all the elements look like, and you can find that in this video right here. It is the perfect next step. So click right there and I'll see you in that video.